Welcome to the Airspaces tutorial of flyNav. The Airspaces feature is one of the most powerful functions of flyNav. You can install airspaces of USA, Canada and Europe. But you can also install custom airspaces in the open air format. I have to mention that the airspaces which are available on the flyNav server are not certified for flight navigation. So they can consist errors. So please always compare the airspaces to your sky map. Okay, let's start installing server-based airspaces. To do this, open the setup page. Then click on Airspaces. After that, press Installed Airspaces to check which airspaces are already installed on your device. In my case, I've installed the German airspace as well as the German traffic circuits. Let's go to Maps to check if the airspaces are displayed correctly. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay, here they are. Let us assume that we want to make a flight to Switzerland and Austria where, as you see, no airspaces are installed yet. Okay, go back to Setup. Now press the plus to install a server-based airspace on your device. Now you should see a table of all airspace databases which are available on the server but not installed on your device yet. Here we want to select Austria. Okay, now it's downloaded. Now let us click on Switzerland. Okay, done. To check if the airspaces are displayed correctly, let's go back to the Maps view. The parsing of the files could take a moment, so maybe you need to wait for a few seconds before the map appear. Now you see the Austrian and Swiss airspaces are displayed correctly. Okay, great. Now let us install a custom airspace file. First of all, we need to prepare the file on your Mac or PC. Please always use a file extension of txt. Here I have a self-made airspace file which should show a circle around Freiburg with a radius of 5 nautical miles. If you want to learn how to generate open air files by yourself, I've linked the specification website below. Okay, now let's change the file extension from .dat to txt. Now we need to connect the device to your PC or Mac. If iTunes didn't start automatically, open it manually. Then go to the upper left corner and click on your device. Then click on Apps and scroll down to the Sharing section. Here you should see all apps which share data. Now click on flyNav. You should see the installed airport database as well as the installed airspace databases. Now you simply drag and drop your open air file into the Documents window. That's it. Let's check if the new airspace database is available on the device. Let's go to Setup and Installed Airspaces. Okay, here it is. Now let's check if the new airspace is displayed on the map. And you see that you don't see anything new. But actually that's okay. It's at the time to talk about airspace classes. flyNav has an option to show or hide certain airspace classes. To define which class should be shown and which not, go to Setup, then to Airspaces, and then to Show Classes. As you see, only the classes C, D, CTR, RMZ, Restricted, Prohibited, and TMZ will be shown. You may remind that we defined our new airspace in Freiburg as class T. So this is the category MISC. Now let's activate this class and move back to Maps. You see that now the new airspace is displayed correctly. Now I want to talk about airspace colors and labels. The airspace borders of the classes A, B, C, D and E are blue colored. CTR borders are also blue colored, whereas the airspace is filled in red. The borders of radio or transponder mandatory zones are black colored. Prohibited zones, dangerous zones and restricted zones are red colored. And finally, MISC classes, which are all other class identifiers, are gray colored. Okay, normally you want to know the vertical dimension of the airspace. So in most cases it makes sense to display airspace labels which show you the class of the airspace as well as the floor and ceiling level of it. To activate airspace labels, go to the Setup menu, Airspaces, and tap on Show Airspace Labels. By default, this option should be already activated. Here you can also activate or deactivate airspaces with a floor level of flight level 100 or above. If you fly below flight level 100, you should activate this option due to the better overview. Let's go back to the map. Now if you zoom in on an airspace, you should see at the most left corner a label with the glass and the floor and the ceiling level. Let's go back to the Setup menu. You should frequently check if there are updates for your locally installed airspace databases. To do this, just tap the Update Local Airspace button. There's one thing left. If you find an error in an airspace, please report it to me so I can fix the data. To make a report, just tap the Report Error button, and a predefined mail form will occur. Please fill it out and send it to me and I'll do the rest. Okay, that's all about airspaces in flyNav.